I'm very close to 200. Yeah, you know, I don't even know how that happened. Like, hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. First of all, just wanted to say a huge thank you to all of you who recently subscribed to my channel. We are now very close to 200 subscribers and I've only been YouTubing for 5 weeks. It's so crazy. So thank you so much for all your support. It really gives me the motivation I need to create more content for you guys. Today I wanted to talk about the fear of talking on the phone. Do you get anxious before a phone call? Do you delay a phone call for as long as you possibly can due to your own anxiety? Or when you have to make an appointment with your dentist or even just call up your local restaurant to make a dinner reservation, you'd Google it first to see if they accept online bookings as well. I've definitely done it before. Yep, I used to dread talking on the phone so much. If someone calls me, instead of sending me a text, I'd be rolling my eyes thinking, hello, do you not know the modern phone etiquette? You don't call people unless it's an emergency. And the funny thing was, recently when I was planning the content for this video, I spoke to a few people around me, and then guess what? A lot of people actually felt the same way. And some of my friends were native speakers as well. So as you can see, the problem is not unique to non-native speakers only. And I was just thinking the reason why I don't enjoy talking on the phone so much is because when you're calling someone, it's kind of like you're going into a conversation blind. You can't see their facial expression and body language, and you don't have enough time to craft a well thought out response like you normally would if you were just texting someone. When you're texting, if someone takes a couple of hours to respond, it's usually not a big deal. But talking on a phone, even just a few seconds of silence could be quite awkward. But until technology allows us to talk to people with our minds, you can't really avoid talking to people on the phone forever, can you? So let's just embrace this challenge and learn to manage our phone anxiety better. I've got 7 tips for you that have helped me tremendously with my phone anxiety. So if you find the video useful, please make sure you give it a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Now let's get started. Tip number 1, practice with a friend now. Don't wait until there's an important phone call that you have to make. Start practicing today. Start with a friend. Reach out to a friend and ask them if they'd like to talk on the phone sometime. I mean, there's no better time to do it than now due to the pandemic. You've got the perfect reason to reach out to people and ask how they're going during this challenging time. So do it. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna call a friend in a few minutes time. It's a good friend of mine. We've been saying we'd chat on the phone sometime to see how each other's doing, and now is the time. Tip number 2, prepare 2 stories plus 2 questions. The best way to ease your anxiety is to have some level of preparation. It makes you feel like you're a bit more in control. So normally before I catch up with a friend, I always mentally go through everything I've done recently or go through photos on my phone to see if there's anything interesting I'd like to share with my friend. You can even write up a script of the stories you're going to tell. Because when you're preparing the script, inevitably there's going to be words you're not 100% sure about, and it's the perfect time to look it up. And then you get to use the words later in your conversation. It can't get better than that. Just quickly made a list of things that I'm gonna share with my friends later. So yeah, that's something you can easily do. Now remember, conversations should go both ways. It's not all about you, but if you have a friend who's happy for you to talk about yourself all the time, don't let the friend go. But definitely prepare some questions to ask them as well. Alright, so I'm gonna call my friend now. So I was trying to call my friend just now and then the call didn't go through because as it turns out, he gave me the wrong number. Hey.
Hello.
I can't believe you gave me the wrong number.
It's only wrong by 1 digit.
By 1 digit, sure, okay.
Yeah, by 1 digit, by 1 number. How are you handling things?
Okay, I suppose. I'm actually kind of going crazy, like being stuck indoors. I really want to go out.
Are you walking around at least?
To be honest, this week, not as much, because the weather hasn't really been the best. And when it's cold, I don't really want to go outside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get you. I'm kind of the same, but I try to go out at least once every day.
Once every day?
Just for a quick walk around the block.
Yeah.
Just so I can see some birds and trees and feel...
But what if it rains?
What if it rains?
Yeah.
Then I'll feel the rain.
Then you will feel the rain. Yeah. Oh wait, are you talking about like your phone? Or are you talking about the internet? Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Number 5, don't be afraid to ask them to repeat what they just said during the conversation. It's a super common request. Just think about it. When you have a conversation in your native language, you don't always catch every single word the other person says, right? And what do you do when that happens? Most likely, you would ask them to repeat what they just said. And talking on the phone in your second language is no different. Don't be ashamed, don't be afraid to ask people to repeat. It's completely normal. Normally, like towards the end of each episode, it just gets so intense. And when it's intense, it's like watching a movie. You want popcorn and you just end up eating more. Yeah.
Right, you start stress eating at the end of month.
Yes, pretty much.
Because of the elimination and the...
Yes, yes, it's just...
I watched some of the videos.
Thank you.
They started making me feel very bad about the way I'm treating my Spanish learning.
Yeah.
At first I was like, well, I'm really not taking it serious enough. But I was thinking, like, it's really well edited and you put all sorts of nice cuts in there and you have little animatics and animation sort of things popping up.
Thank you.
Great YouTuber. So what's the long-term plan? Where do you see yourself? What's your 5-year YouTube plan?
Yeah. Oh, thank you.
No worries.
Yeah.
Stay
yeah.
safe.
Yeah, I'll talk to you next time. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
See ya. Bye. Tip number 6. Something I talked about in my previous video. If you haven't watched this already, I'll provide the link here or there, one of the corners. So reward yourself for your effort. Always reward yourself for your effort, not your results. The fact that you just face your fear, pick up the phone and call someone is pretty badass. You are already better at phone conversation than you were 5 minutes ago or 40 minutes ago in my case. Tip number 7, which is also my final tip for you, is remember you don't always have to answer the phone. If someone's calling you at the bad time or if you're feeling too anxious to talk, it's completely acceptable to let calls go to voicemail from time to time. I think it's completely okay. Cut yourself some slack. You don't always have to do it. So I hope you find this video useful. Start getting some experiences today. Power through the awkwardness when it arises during the conversation. You'll get better and better at it every time you practice. And before you know it, you won't find it so scary to talk to people on the phone anymore. So let me know in the comments down below if you've encountered any awkward moments when talking on the phone in English. And if you have any tips you'd like to share with everyone in this community. So thank you very much for watching and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!